All right, gang, MATH6996, fall 2015. Got a lot to talk about here. Some good things going on and some not so good things going on. So I'm just going to shoot straight with you and tell you what both of those are. First of all, the research, the critiques are actually pretty good, the ones that I received. If something's going on, yeah, you got to stay in touch with me. If something's going on that I need to know about, you're not able to get the things turned in on time, let me know. I think you've worked with me long enough to know that I'm pretty easy to get along with as long as there's communication. Where I get kind of pissy is when there's communication breaks down and people aren't contacting me, let me know what's going on. So uh, the bad thing about the critiques, it's something that I feel that is very important for you guys to look at research and critique it and think it through. Bad part about it is I got to grade those things. So I'm about halfway through. The ones that I've read are actually pretty good. You guys have actually given it some thought, which is cool. Second thing, the groups. If I understand it correctly, Melissa and Christy with an I, are working together. Nat and Dennis are working together. Aaron and Travis are working together. Angie and Allie are working together. And Wayne has requested to work alone because he feels, and I do too, that it fits in best with his plans. Now, guys, I told you that we need to set up about 45 minutes each per group. And I want this to begin on October the 19th. So we got a couple of weeks before we start this. So far, it appears that Melissa and Christy, we're doing Wednesdays at 8 p.m. There are going to be some weeks that we're going to meet for 15 minutes. There'll be some weeks that we'll meet for 30. There'll be some weeks we'll meet for an hour and a half. But just in trying to think through these times, let's consider 45 minutes. Nat and Dennis, it appears to me that we have talked about meeting on Wednesdays from at 3:30. We'll probably only be able to meet for 30 minutes because most Wednesdays I have meetings at 4 o'clock. But we'll do the best we can. If we need to set up another time to meet during the week for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, maybe we'll have to do that on a Saturday or Sunday or Friday or something like that. Aaron and Travis, I've heard nothing from you guys. Angie and Allie, I've heard from you guys, but we haven't penciled anything in. Wayne, I need to hear from you too. Again, we will start these on October the 19th. All right. Now, your next assignment, which I will kind of lead you in the next video. What I'll do in the next video is I'll show you how to access master's theses and dissertations that have been presented, prepared and defended in the state of Ohio. So the next video is going to show you how to access those things. So your next video is a critique. I'm sorry, your next assignment is a critique of a thesis or dissertation. And I want this related some way, somehow, to math education. Okay? This is due Monday, October 19th. At noon. So I want to have those in hand by noon. So it gives you about 2 weeks to do this. That should be plenty of time. I'm trying to think what else we got to do. One more thing. You're required to to do this NIH training. Well, guys, I promise you I can spell training. Just can't see. You're required to do this NIH training, as I've mentioned in previous videos. This is required for IRB. IRB is one of the pain in the butts about research. You have to have any research that deals with human subjects has to be cleared by IRB here at Shawnee State. I so far have only received this from Aaron, Travis, Christy, and Dennis. Guys, this is not a heavy-duty academic exercise. Just suck it up, do it, get it to me as something that you're going to have to complete before you go through the IRB process. Okay, I've already put up a video on IRB, and part of that video I said that you have to go through this training on Shawnee State, and I gave you the links how to do that. So guys, go ahead and suck it up. It's not going to take that long. I keep getting a phone call from somebody, but I'm going to finish this video before I do this, before I take that. All right, guys. All right, guys. Some deadlines, things coming up. I know when I think the hardest thing about this class, and it's nothing unique to you guys. I know there was, I worked with some people at UK a few years ago, and they were shocked how many people could go through the coursework, but when it came to the dissertation, they got lost in the system. And it takes a special type of commitment, a special type of person sometimes to conduct independent research. Because as long as you're in a class and you're being held to certain deadlines and someone is teaching you, and you're actually kind of going through that class on their timeline, we find that a lot of students are more successful. But in this class, I've noticed a few of you, you're just not doing well with this self-motivation thing, and I went through the same thing. So just keep that in mind. It takes a special type of commitment to go through independent research. So to kind of help you a little bit, I'm going to set some deadlines. By November the 2nd, I want you to have your research topic approved. And by November the 2nd, that means that you'll, and I mean the week of November 2nd. So when we meet that week as groups, you're going to get your research topic approved. What I want is I want your research proposal submitted by, I've got some dates here, let me check, Sunday, November 29th at 11 p.m. Guys, I want to be able to wake up Monday, November 30th and start grading these things. Our review process will be 2 weeks. And so by the end of the term, you will have your research proposal approved. Now, we'll continue to meet because we'll continue to talk things through, because it typically happens, a research proposal is presented to me, I read it, I don't like it, and I get back with you for edits that you have to make. So we'll continue through the review process, but by the end of the term, your research proposal will be approved. Guys, don't forget, you've got to go through IRB approval. So as soon as back here, when we are back in November the 2nd, even maybe a little bit before, we've got to start getting the research submitted to IRB for approval. So guys, don't forget the conditions upon passing this class. And right now, some of you aren't faring well. If I'm just going to be particularly honest with you, you've got 2 critiques. You've got a journal, and you've got a thesis or dissertation. Regarding the IRB, You've got to go through the NIH training. And you've got to have IRB approval for your approved research topic. All right. And finally, your proposal. So the research proposal approved. Now, gang, good news is no class on October the 11th. There's really no need for us to come to class on October the 11th, but what you will do is we will meet final exam week, and I'll give you a date soon. And what each group will do is you will orally present your research proposal. And guys, there's a lot to this. There really is. I want to try to turn you into someone who appreciates scientific inquiry by the time this is all said and done. I don't know if I'll. I was going to say I don't know if I'll survive it or not. Maybe that's a Freudian slip. I don't know if I will be successful or not. So, guys, next video is all about this. How to find theses and dissertations that have been submitted through a university here in Ohio. So, guys, have a good one. Stay in touch.